Greetings, fellow gene splicers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Anomaly Eldritch Guards. Episode 86. Going Green. You guys think... It looks... I'll give it one more minute, but it looks like, no, we're not going to row rank it anymore. Because of the conceded privileges. I thought I had a meditation spot for rank. Oh, and speaking of which... Actually, these beds might be worth just selling, because they're of kind of high quality. Okay, we're gonna go with a no. I agree with that. I don't need him to be even more refusing of work. He's already pretty bad. He already just, like, crafts. In fact, would it really be a problem? Yeah, disabled by royal title rank. I don't think he was hauling anyway because of his backstory. Handling this... No, actually, he's already, because of his knight rank, refusing to haul. He normally would have been able to. So... Counter thought. His knight rank already stops him from hauling, and ranking up even further stops him from skilled labor, which he doesn't do anyway. So should we consider this? I'm gonna have you guys reconsider. The work that he would already be doing, which is hauling and cleaning, he's refusing to do. I could also have him renounce his title. So let's add that in as well. Because I could have him have someone else inherit the title and have him renounce or something like that. I think, right? If I call it White Dominion, I think he can assign someone to inherit the title. Yeah, change heir of the title. I don't know. It's food for thought for you guys. What about meals? Well, we have materials for lavish meals. We have giant cornfields. I've got 4,000 corn ready or something like that, so it should be fine. Cinnamon Knight, thank you for the resub, and thanks for dropping by to say hi. Okay, Molotov. Right. Featherfall, you are in a brilliantly high mood. Where are my Molotovs? Wait, it was there all along? I swear! Something happened to the Molotovs that were in the fire trap. Because I searched for Molotov and came up dry. So I'm, now that I've mostly explored the pit, I'm having, Featherfall show you the other way to deal with the Dread Meld. This isn't my preferred way to deal with it, however, if you have the firepower to just kill the Dread Meld, because this is not super fast, necessarily, killing it. It depends on how much pollution you can spread and how many, you know. But it might be interesting anyway, so. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. So I put on the pollution overlay, and as these waste packs burn up, it will spread pollution like crazy. filling the entire Undercave with pollution and killing the Dreadmeld indirectly. So I think this is the Dreadmeld? It is. And now the entire pit is polluted. And it will get tox poisoned. If you revive a pawn, and you, will their clothing be tainted? No. Their clothing comes back. Of course, because they died, generally speaking, their clothing is pretty tattered. But as you can see, Dora's tattered clothing is no longer tattered. Or tainted, rather. I should use the right terminology. Oh, Scotia, speaking of which, now that you are one of us, you get some legs. And because you are a child, I'm also going to give you a heart. So that you have, like, extra speed. So yeah, the only problem with this method is, the Dreadmeld will eventually succumb to the pollution, but it might cause a few plague attacks before the Dreadmeld dies of it. Unless they patched it, because it looks like the Dreadmeld is not suffering. Hold on. Ah, never mind. I think it was fixed. Well, I'm gonna have to go down there myself then. All of the Dreadmeld's backup will die, though. But I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna wait until there is not like an active gas cloud, because big no thanks. Because this was an exploit that existed at some point, because I'd used that in experimentation. Okay, you guys say rank them up. Oh. Poop. I let the caravan go. I could still rank them up, though, if you really want me to, because I could just have them show up to one of the Dominion's territories and donate gold. Sorry, I slept on that option a bit too long. But there's a follow-up. So maybe once all the other things down here die off of the pollution, I'll go down and... Oh, I love that. Look at this. Somehow or another, these flesh beasts got themselves inside a building and died. Stupid. Unbelievable. That's hilarious. Oh, no, it's dying. I wasn't wrong. See? Dreadmeld. Toxic buildup initial. It's getting toxic. I don't know why... That actually doesn't even make sense to me if it's, a toxic environment resistance is 0. Whatever. Ain't my problem. Have I ever realized that every DLC has a tree? The devs love trees? Yeah, I know. Ideology with the anima tree. You got, well, and the garland trees too, I suppose. And then you, biotech with the Pollux. And now we have the Harbinger. Alright, we're not going to do it for tribute. Cool. Oh, speaking of which, here's a Harbinger tree seed that just popped out of a flesh sack that caught fire. Most of the other flesh beasts down here are on their way to dying from toxic buildup. And then, once they're dead, we'll actively hunt the Dreadmeld. so that we aren't on like house arrest, waiting for the pit to erupt. Although I haven't actually restricted anyone. They're free to go wherever. Base is looking a little nicer with the smooth walls. I'd left it crude and rough for so long. Why isn't she putting on a locust armor? Oh, I set her up for, okay, I'm, again, stupid. I set her up for no armor, told her not to wear armor, and then I'm like, why isn't she wearing armor? On orders? Yes. On my specific orders? Well, the visitors are gone. Once the Dreadmelt's dead... Come on, just pass out already. Once the Dreadmelt's dead, we will provoke. Although, looking at the time on the clock, I don't know how much time there is for that. But I still intend to, if it's possible. I could just send, like, a giant military force down there and just purge it myself. And I'll probably end up doing that in the morning, out of impatience. I don't want to leave Dreadmelt unfinished. I keep forgetting to toggle on my kill boxes. I'm so bad at that. My flame maze was deactive. Most of the things in here should be dead pretty soon. What's interesting about the tri-spikes and bulb freaks is when they die, they just create more stuff, and that more stuff inherits a zero toxic buildup. So it does take, like, a bulb freak would take a very long time to die from pollution, because the bulb freak turns into tri-spikes, which turn into finger spikes. So it takes 3 times longer, roughly. They have an impressive resistance, but it's still not enough. I don't think I'm going to send any brawlers down there, though. But Scotia, you're looking pretty good. We may want to do this, though. I am going to make a longsword, 1, out of bioferrite, buy Mikas, and do until we have at least a masterwork. So basically just make a whole bunch of longswords until I got a masterwork out of it. Shouldn't take too many attempts, I hope. Because I don't want to waste a bunch of bioferrite. Speaking of barrowfire wasting, let's turn some of that stuff off. Alright, pit monsters, time to die. So here you can see the finger spikes don't have any toxic buildup, even though the original tri-spike was like nearly dead to it, or minor or whatever, because it generates a new entity that doesn't inherit the conditions of the last one. Now, another interesting thing about this pit, I might be wrong about this, but this is something I noticed, is it's indoors, but it can't be heated. Like, it doesn't suffer from, like, if you set fires, it doesn't overheat. So it's like an indoors, but an infinite space. Sort of. Let's just focus on the dreadnought. There it goes. Alright, let's get out. I don't even care about the shards. Well, let's get the shards. As a collection. So I'm falling back, regrouping, holding them off. We still have the Great Flash, which I'm sure is a result of having tri-spikes and finger spikes mess with us. But we'll solve that just like we solve everything else, right? With force and violence. And in grabbing the shards, I might be able to poke around here to see if there's more flesh sacks eastward. I have a suspicion there might be. What's our pollution at? Initial? I could also just send everyone up, but Skyra doesn't need to get polluted. There's no need to force her to do it on her own. Yeah, alright. There's nothing left down here. Oh, no, I was wrong. There's a flesh sack right there. The door's out. Scotia. Rescue her. Yeah, the pits and the labyrinth are both very strange places. So this is biotuned to Dora, so Dora will go through it quicker, filling it up, and starting a bioregeneration cycle. Oh, dementia's not one. Alright. Dementia can be cured by Luciferium. So... Hey, Sea Panda. Can you call... an exotic goods trader? It can also be cured by, like, heal serums, I suppose. Or gene editing, but I don't have the gene for it. So that's not really a solution because I'm not doing any of it. So, yeah. The other way to cure her of dementia is to cut off her head and resurrect her again. Because she's a fresh corpse, the chance of her getting dementia is much lower. How should we help Dora? Leave the condition. Kill and revive. Luciferium. Yeah, because we're not going to make her a blood feeder. That would be the other way, but I don't have a single phage to force to blood feed anyway, so. Give you 2.5 minutes to ponder that, but regardless, I do want the caravan anyway. Healer mech serum doesn't work? I don't have any, do I? No, I only have res serum. So, I mean, it would work. I just don't know where any is. Alright, pit is gone. So as promised, let's do a void provocation. Even though it's like late at night and my people want to sleep. Because a promise is a promise. So I aim to fulfill it. And here's our entities. So we're missing 2. And we also have, like, gray flesh. Someone's infected. I don't know who. But we don't have enough intel to progress that right now, anyway. Scotia, how fast do you move? Nice. That heart is definitely helping your movement speed. Twisted obelisk. Oh. That's a landing. Broke everything on its way down. So, this is the last of the 3 obelisks that we have to study and deactivate. Fortunately, I have plenty of shards to do that. I have 16 spare shards right now. Oh, it actually looks like I need to expand our library a bit. And for aesthetic purposes, I'm doing single shelves. Oh, and our grimoires, too. Huh? Con Humanus, thank you for the resub. And you guys want Luciferium, the devil's drug, to be our... Oh, Drea. With a flesh tentacle. That is most unfortunate. That's a leg. Let's try that again. Drea was mutated by the Twisted Obelisk and given a flesh tentacle. So we are going to remove the right arm. I want to rescue... Yeah, okay, good. Wanted to rescue, where Dora was gonna be carried out of the hospital. Because it's not a safe place to be during this, operation. So we are cutting Drea's arm off, which is a flesh tentacle. It spawned a finger spike, but I had my brawlers just waiting there to kill this finger spike. So Drea will be without a shoulder until we make a bionic for Drea, which is coming. Once Mikas figures out how to make a sword. You just made a legendary corset, but now you're just making excellent bioferrite swords. Because, of course you are. I wonder how many of them you've already made. Probably more than I wish to count. So, let's not look too closely. That's not a terrible spot. It is within our walls, so it's really easy to study without, where we're not going to likely lose access to it, which is good. So in the scheme of things, it's a pretty good spot. Maybe I should just have Fraggles make the sword. Because Mikas is, like, failing at that hard. Fraggles is back to back to back. Good stuff. Doing production command. Hoping for the best. Can they be melted down to make bioferrite again? That's a very good question. I'll check that in a sec, if they're smeltable. Smelt. Weapon. Longswords. That are awful to excellent quality. There, see Panda, you do it. Dre is a little... Yes. You can. There's no filter for material, though. So it's like kind of an imperfect way to do it. But at least, it, you know, I get refunded a little bit for every failed attempt. You're surprised I removed the flesh tentacles? This is a role-playing series. We are fighting the void. We do not use void weapons. We don't use void entities. I mean, we use void entities to, like, kill other enemies, but then we kill the void. We want, essentially, to purge the planet of all void influence. Which includes flesh tentacles. And anything else that would be, void influenced. So yeah, it's not a min-max. It's a role-playing decision. Dora's up. Just with dementia. How long ago were you rezzed? 5 days ago? So, in 4.5 days, we'll know if you have, res psychosis. Because it happens, it always happens within the, within a 10-day window. Not out of the woods, in other words, but might be okay. Mikas is happy to have, his twin back. I'd assume. Although certainly not showing it through the construction of nice swords. And now we only have one entity left. So the last entity could be summoned in about 4 days. Trying to create a surplus of armor. It's been a challenge. I think we have the plasteel for it, so as soon as those stupid longswords are done. We ask a lot of Mikas, though. So yeah, to further answer your question, all of the void stuff is also being stored in, like, secured containment. So all the shards and bioweaponry and harbinger seeds and all the grimoires that we don't read, we have a restriction of not reading the tomes. So truly, secure, protect, and contain. Or secure, contain, protect. Watching Fraggles make all of these masterworks with Mikas making all the excellence is just painful. Nope, there's another masterwork. I think that's like the 5th one in a row. There we go, legendary. That counts, obviously. Alright, Scotia, you have a legitimately pretty good weapon. The only thing other than a bioferrite legendary would be persona weapons or a plasteel. Plasteel is the only material that outclasses bioferrite now. And not for damage, actually, surprisingly, but for cooldown speed. You probably want me to prove that, so I'll show you. Bioferrite has a sharp modifier of 130. But it has a melee cooldown of 100%. And plasteel has a sharp modifier of 110, but a cooldown of 80%. The 110, 80% makes it more powerful than bioferrite. Oh, you want to know the art? Sure. Fraggle's aunt. So Mikas designed the sword with the other weaponsmith in mind. The ancient weapon of kings. The longsword can be used for slashing, stabbing. Ancient! Made yesterday. Oh man, it's like ordered it from Temu. So it bears the image of Matt Fraggle Lewin working on an advanced component with a satisfied expression on her face. Okay. Very magical. Truly legendary. Yeah. And a advanced component. So even the weapon is not grammatically correct. I love it. I would say most of the sort of base maintenance-y type tasks, other than the neutralization of this obelisk, are pretty done. We don't have a lot of outstanding things to do, which is great. Oh, here comes our Exoticos trader. So we were hoping for... I forget what we wanted to buy. I think I called them in hoping for a liver for the cirrhosis, but I've since forgotten what we're after. Whatever. Surprise me. There's really nothing to do with 18 Hyperwave. I'll buy a Soother. Oh, Lucy. Thank you. Yes. You guys are right. We might have to do some dungeoneering for the Lucy, though. It seems to me. Because I don't think they came with Luciferium. Right? It would be here. And, oh, you know what's funny? I might make an exception here. This gene pack is the exact gene pack we would need to neutralize dementia. So I'm gonna buy it and poll you guys whether you want me to use it in that way. It would make Dora not a genie, though. It would overwrite Genie and make her green. I don't know if you are going to go for that plan, but let me get my research benches on so that if you do go for that plan, I can put it into fruition, because that gene bank is, or pack, is going to decay quickly if I don't store it in a proper location. So I would need to oh, actually, wait. I already have gene processing and archogenetics. Oh, that's news to me. I didn't know that. Okay. That's surprising. Let's make a gene bank then. Right there. How should we help Dora? Here is the new list. Ta-da! And once this, let's say, 2.5 minute poll resolves, that will be the end of the stream. So gene implantation is the new way, without, you know, making it, obviously. Yeah, that's weird. That's really... It's actually the second time I saw that gene non-senescent. So what this gene is it makes you immune to carcinoma, heart attack, bad back, frail, cataracts, dementia, Alzheimer's, asthma, and artery blockage, basically aging genes. And when you implant it, it will cure you. So it acts as it, and it works in the pretty much the identical same way as Luciferium, where Luciferium also removes all those things, and it will happen, I think, between 15 and 45 days. We don't have Archite capsules, though. That would be the only caveat. So we would need to buy an Archite capsule. Wasn't there a quest recently for Archite capsules? I think there was a towering building? No. There was a recent reward for Arca capsules that I didn't choose. But we can go out and try to buy Arca capsules. They're not that hard to buy. I don't believe the trader had any, though. I looked. I'll double check. So, it's just funny that I was offered the exact gene I would need to counteract dementia. It's also entirely possible that sometime in the next 3.5 days, Dora gets res psychosis, which is, you know, harder to cure. That would probably mean having to kill Dora and then bringing them back with the other serum. Doable, but more brutal. I don't... Oh, yeah, no, I don't see any Arca capsules. So, we'll have to shop around for them. I'm not sure whether the Shattered Empire trade caravans bring them, but I'll try. The Imperial traders. In fact, if I'm really spicy, I could check the code right now, because I know where that code is. Let's see. Data, royalty, deaths, trader kind deaths, caravan empire, open in notepad. So they can carry bioferrite, industrial components, spacer components, steel, cloth, glitter world meds, mortar shells, reinforced barrels, drugs, tech prints, textbooks, schematics, novels, spacer guns, psychic weapons, basic clothing, psychic apparel, high-tech armor, implants, empire implant royals, exotic pets, farm animals, uncommon animals, gene packs, no archive capsules. Okay, so I called them in, but they can't carry them. And you guys unanimously want me to do gene implantation. So we'll be looking for an archive capsule for Dora, which is probably going to come from an exotic goods orbital trader, I'd imagine. I think regular exotic traders can carry them too. Let me check on that too. Data, core, defs. I'm like checking the code as I play. Yep. You can do it, I guess. So, trader kind, base outlander. They do not carry them. I think only the orbitals. No, maybe I'm wrong. Gene packs 0 to 4. Void serum, serums, but not void. Yes. Regular exotic goods traders can carry up to 2 archive capsules. They're not guaranteed. It's between 0 and 2. But it's... Oh, stop. We kept making the longswords. But yeah, so it is entirely possible to call in an exotic goods trader and have them carry in an archive capsule. All right, let me update the priority. So we are going to provoke the void one last time and implant Dora with genes. Those are the priorities. And that, my friends, brings me to the end of the stream. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Anomaly Eldritch Guards, which originally streamed live on Twitch July 21st. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming stream. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow guardsmen.